Hey, welcome back to Bilal Hamza's YouTube channel, where we break down real success stories, deep life principles, and explore the path to becoming part of the top 1%. I'm your host, Hamza, and today we're diving deep into a debate that has shaped careers, businesses, and personal growth journeys. Hard work versus smart work. Is one better than the other? Do you really need to choose? Or can you combine both for ultimate success? Let's explore every angle based on history, psychology, real life examples, and personal insights. Grab your notebook or headphones. This is going to be powerful and awesome. Let's start with the basics. What do we mean by hard work and smart work? Hard work means putting in consistent effort, long hours, sweat, and persistence. Think of farmers or students who grind daily. Smart work, on the other hand, is about efficiency, planning, decision making, using tools and systems. Let's think of an entrepreneur using automation or a student using memory techniques instead of rote learning. Let's imagine two people. They are building a wall. One digs and carries bricks all day. That's hard work. The other uses a wheelbarrow and builds faster and easier. That's smart work. But here's the first myth: smart work doesn't replace hard work, it enhances it. Historically, hard work was everything. During the industrial era, effort was measured in hours. But now, in the information age, value is created through ideas, speed, and strategy. Let's look at some real examples. Elon Musk. He works 80 hours to 100 hours a week. That is hard work. But he also builds reusable rockets, automation. That is smart work. Think about Steve Jobs. He didn't code Apple products himself, but focused on user experience. Smart thinking. Think about your own life. Think about times when you worked hard but got little done, versus when a smart shortcut saved your hours. Modern success requires a shift in mindset. You don't just need muscles, you need methods. Now, let's get into the psychology. Why do people choose one over the other? Hard workers are often taught discipline, survival, respect. Work hard and you will succeed. It's deeply ingrained in many cultures, especially in developing nations. Smart workers often come from a place of exposure and confidence. They believe in shortcuts, systems, and outsourcing. Research shows that hard workers build willpower and mental strength. Smart workers preserve energy and avoid burnout. But the danger is hard workers can become busy but not productive. Smart workers can become lazy, not resilient. We need balance. And I will explain how to build that balance. When should you work hard and when should you work smart? Work hard when you are building discipline. You are in the early phase of your career. You have no resources, tools, or network. Work smart when you have got some experience and need to scale. You want to save time, energy, or money. You are working with a team or tools. Let me give you an example. A YouTuber who edits every video manually is working hard. But a YouTuber who outsources editing or uses templates is working smart. You often need hard work to reach a level where smart work becomes possible. In real life, let's take a person who wakes up at 5 a.m., he manages inventory, sells, and closes at 10 p.m. He's working hard, but when he adds an online shop and delivery system, he's working smart. When I first launched my podcast and learning centers, I did everything: recording, editing, replying to messages, replying to comments. But Then I built system. I hired people and I used scheduling tools. That's smart work. And if you remember, I produced one podcast in a week, but right now I produce four. I give more value and less time. That is smart work. Let's take the example of two students who are preparing for TOEFL test. One reads all day. They're memorizing everything. The other uses practice tests, learns test strategies. They improve faster. Now, that is smart. So, I want to make this practical. I'm going to share 7 tools to move from hard to smart. 1. Time blocking. Plan your day hour by hour. 2. 80 by 20 rule. Focus on the 20% that gives 80% results. 3. Automation tools. Use Canva, ChatGPT, Notion, Group, all the smart applications or websites to do your things quicker, faster. 4. Delegation. Outsource or share tasks. 5. Mind maps and planning. Think before doing. 6. Learning from experts. Read books, take courses, watch podcasts. Tracking progress. Don't just work, measure. Hard work builds your foundation. Smart work builds your freedom. Now, combining both is very dangerous and it will make you unstoppable. And this is where most people miss out. Hard work is the engine, smart work is the GPS. You need both to reach success. One gives you fuel, the other gives you direction. Success is not choosing one, it's about knowing when to switch between the two. Just like in boxing, you train hard, then you fight smart. So, the moral is if you only work hard, you might burn out. If you only work smart, you might never build strength. But if you combine both, you become unstoppable. In any goal, study, business, health, start with hard to build momentum, then shift to smart to scale. That's the wrap up of the episode. If you got value today, take a moment to reflect. Are you just grinding or are you also growing? Are you sweating blindly or thinking strategically? Share this episode with someone who needs it. Don't forget our weekly and daily podcasts. And remember, work hard, work smart, but never stop working. Until next time, stay strong, stay real, and keep rising. Peace and love, Hamza.